In this video, you will learn how to use the circular pattern command to create a set of patterned objects around a respective circular feature or defined axis. The circular pattern command in the design workspace creates a set of patterned faces, features, bodies, or components in a circular arrangement and helps reduce the need to sketch and extrude multiple similar entities. In this example, we have this valve cover, and you are going to create a number of threaded holes to place some bolts. One option may be to create a number of individual sketch entities, extrude them by selecting each profile independently, then apply the threaded command to each cutout. However, you can minimize this process and use a more parametric approach by instead using one threaded hole and creating a circular pattern. From the Create drop-down menu, open up the circular pattern command. In the dialog box that appears, you can see we need to select our type, the objects to pattern, the axis to pattern it around, and the type of spacing. First, you want to select features from the drop-down, as we are not patterning a face, body, or component. Now you need to select the objects. You can either select these directly from the 3D model, or an easier way may be to pick them directly from the timeline. As we want to pattern both the extrude cut and thread command, just left click on those two features and you can see them highlighted in the 3D model. Next, you need to define our axis, which is a reference for the pattern to revolve around, with a few examples shown here. You can also select the origin axis or a 2D sketch entity if these are placed correctly. For now, go ahead and click on the Select Axis box, then select this edge. If you go to the front view, we may be able to see what is happening a bit more clearly with our preview pattern. In this example, you have a quantity of 3 with full angular spacing, meaning it's patterning around 360 degrees. You can change the quantity by dragging the handle or entering the values in the respective boxes. For now, set this to 6 and press OK to create your circular patterned features. Hopefully you can now start to see how this might help save time in your modelling workflow. The added benefit is that this feature is editable, so if you right click on the feature in the timeline and select Edit, this will bring us back the same dialog box where you can edit the values as before. To show you what the angular spacing options allow, select Angle from the drop down and you can now see an additional box where we can enter an angular value. This option lets you set a maximum angular rotation from the origin object. For example here, it is set to 360 degrees, meaning this will pattern fully around the axis. If you were to set this to 180 degrees, you can see it now patterns half of the way around the axis. You can also use the drag handle to get an approximate position before entering a more accurate value. Next, you have Symmetric, which, as with the angle option, lets you set a maximum value, but in this case, it produces results on equal sides and the total angle accounts for the total on both sides. I'll set this to 180 degrees and change the values just to illustrate what this means. Again, you can also drag the handle to get an idea of position before entering final values. Now you know how to use the basic features in the circular pattern command, you can start creating patterned objects in your own designs within Fusion 360. Thanks for watching.